Hello, devoted fans of the bold and the beautiful. Buckle up, because today, October 8th, delivered an episode packed with jaw-dropping drama, heart-wrenching confrontations, and unexpected twists that left us all gasping for air. From the shadowy corners of El Giardino to the opulent halls of the Spencer Mansion, the characters we love and love to hate clashed in ways that redefined alliances, shattered illusions, and ignited sparks of hope amid the chaos. If you're dying to relive every tense moment, every whispered secret, and every tear-streaked plea, dive into our exclusive summary video linked below. But for now, let's plunge deep into the full, unfiltered recounting of this unforgettable day in Los Angeles. We'll expand on every scene, peel back the layers of emotion, and explore the ripple effects that could change everything for the Forresters, Logans, Spencers, and yes, even the infamous Sheila Carter. This is the bold and the beautiful at its most bold and beautiful, raw, riveting, and relentlessly dramatic. The episode kicked off with a scene that felt like a powder keg ready to explode. The unlikely duo of Lee Finnegan and Sheila Carter. Two women whose paths have crossed in the most volatile ways imaginable, huddled in a tense conversation at the edge of El Giardino's dimly lit patio. The air was thick with the scent of espresso and unspoken grudges, the afternoon sun casting long shadows that mirrored the dark secrets bubbling beneath the surface. Lee, ever the poised and protective adoptive mother of Luna Nozawa, sat rigidly in her chair, her designer blouse impeccable, but her eyes betraying a storm of conflicting emotions. Across from her loomed Sheila, the nine-toed terror herself, with that signature smirk playing on her lips, her wild hair framing a face that screamed defiance and unrepentant pride. Their talk began innocently enough, or as innocently as anything involving Sheila can be, with Deacon Sharp, the man who had somehow tamed, or so he thought, the untamable villainess. "Deacon's been a rock for me," Sheila purred, stirring her coffee with a deliberate slowness that made Lee's skin crawl. "He's the only one who sees the real me, the woman beneath all the misunderstandings." Lee nodded curtly, her mind racing back to her own complicated history with Deacon through Poppy and Luna. But the conversation took a sharp, electrifying turn when the name Luna slipped into the air like a forbidden curse. "Oh, Luna," Sheila said, her voice dripping with a mix of amusement and admiration that sent chills down Lee's spine. "That girl's got fire in her veins. Reminds me of myself at her age, bold, unapologetic, willing to do whatever it takes to get what she wants." Lee's eyes widened, her grip tightening on her cup. She couldn't help but flash back to the nightmare of Luna's escape from custody, the harrowing harassment of young Will Spencer, and the cold, hard truth that Luna had masterminded a web of deception that ensnared everyone around her. The prison assault charges. They hung over the conversation like a guillotine. Yet neither woman directly addressed them. Whispers in the fashion world and beyond had already crowned Luna as the orchestrator of it all, puppeteer pulling strings from behind bars, framing innocence, and leaving a trail of devastation. But here's where the drama intensified to heart-pounding levels. Lee and Sheila emerged as the only two souls in this tangled web who didn't outright despise Luna. The rest of Los Angeles Forresters, the Logans, even the Spencers had turned their backs on her, branding her a monster. Lee, despite the searing grudge that burned in her chest like acid, couldn't fully sever the maternal bond. She escaped. She harassed Will. It was all so calculated, we admitted through gritted teeth, her voice trembling with a mother's fractured love. But she's still family. My niece. Poppy's daughter. Sheila, however, leaned in with gleaming eyes, her pride radiating like a toxic glow. "Exactly. That's my girl, well, not mine, but you get it. She's pregnant with a billionaire's son, Lee, a Spencer heir. Can you imagine the power in that tiny life? Luna's playing the long game, and she's winning." The revelation hit like a thunderclap. Sheila's admiration for Luna wasn't just casual. It was visceral, almost maternal in its intensity. She saw in Luna a mirror of her own chaotic genius, same ruthless ambition that had led Sheila to fake deaths, kidnap babies, and terrorize half of LA. "I should talk to Poppy about this," Sheila mused aloud, her mind already scheming. Poppy's too soft, too forgiving. Luna needs guidance from someone who understands survival. Lee recoiled, the idea of Sheila meddling in her family's already fractured dynamic sending waves of dread through her. Yet, in that moment, an uneasy alliance flickered between them. Two women, bound by blood and bad decisions, refusing to hate the black sheep who had fleeced the flock. The scene faded out on Sheila's triumphant chuckle, leaving viewers wondering, could this be the start of a dangerous partnership? Would Sheila's pride in Luna's pregnancy with Bill Spencer's grandchild pull her deeper into the Nozawa web? Or would it explode in everyone's faces? As the camera panned away from I.L. Giardino's intrigue, we shifted to another heart of the storm, the Sharp-Logan family dynamic. Unraveling in the cozy yet claustrophobic confines of Deacon's apartment above the restaurant. The air hummed with tension, the faint aroma of pizza dough mingling with the bitter taste of betrayal. Hope Logan, radiant in a flowing bohemian dress that belied her inner turmoil, paced the room like a caged lioness. Beside her stood her half-brother, Deacon Jr. or Deke, as the family affectionately called him, a young man with his father's rugged charm but none of his blind spots when it came to Sheila. This wasn't their first rodeo. Hope and Deke had huddled in secret for weeks, whispering in coffee shops and late-night texts, dissecting every red flag in Deacon's marriage to the woman who had tried to kill their loved ones. Dad's lost it. Deke, Hope had confessed earlier, tears streaming down her face. Sheila's a poison, and he's drinking it like fine wine. Deke, fists clenched, nodded fiercely. We've got to stop this before she drags Hyman US down with her. Now, armed with resolve and a laundry list of grievances, they confronted their father in a scene that crackled with raw emotion. Deacon, wiping flour from his hands after a long shift, beamed at his kids with that trademark optimism. Hey, you too. What's with the serious faces? Come to help with the dinner rush. But Hope cut straight to the chase, her voice breaking like glass under pressure. Dad, we need to talk about Sheila. Really talk, Deke jumped in, his words tumbling out in a torrent. She's dangerous, Dad. You know her history shooting people, faking her death, the works. And now she's proud of Luna. That girl's a criminal mastermind, pregnant with Bill's kid, and Sheila's acting like it's some kind of victory lap. Deacon's face fell, the color draining as memories flooded back. His whirlwind romance with Sheila, the vows exchanged in a haze of passion, the belief that love could redeem even the darkest soul. Kids, I know it's complicated. Sheila's changed has. She's my wife, and I love her. But Hope wasn't having it. Tears welled in her eyes as she grabbed his arm, pleading with the desperation of a daughter terrified for her father's life. Changed. Dad, she's the reason Mom's life was hell for years. She's manipulated you, isolated you. We don't want you with her. We want you to avoid her, to go for thirdo divorce her. Get her out of your life before it's too late. The room erupted into a symphony of shouts and sobs. Deke paced furiously, recounting every near-miss Sheila's escape from prison, her threats to the family, her eerie pride in Luna's schemes. Luna orchestrated assaults from behind bars, Dad. Framed people, ruin lives and Sheila's proud? That's not redemption, that's insanity. Hope, collapsing onto the couch, painted vivid pictures of a future without Sheila, family dinners without fear, holidays unmarred by paranoia. We love you, Dad. But this marriage, it's a ticking bomb. End it. For us. For you. Deacon wavered, his heart torn between his children's desperate love and his stubborn faith in Sheila. Flashbacks intercut the sinister kisses with Sheila, her vulnerable confessions contrasted with the horrors of her past. The confrontation stretched on, minutes feeling like hours, building to a crescendo where Deacon slammed his fist on the table. Enough. I hear you, but this is my life. Yet, as Hope and Deke exchanged tearful glances, a seed of doubt was planted. Was this the great opportunity they'd prayed for? The crack in Deacon's armor that could finally shatter his toxic bond with Sheila. The scene ended on a cliffhanger, Deacon staring out the window, the weight of his choices crushing him like an avalanche. Amid the familial warfare, a beacon of light pierced the darkness in the form of pure, unadulterated joy at the Spencer estate. The mansion's grand living room, with its soaring ceilings and panoramic views of the LA skyline, served as the perfect backdrop for celebration. Bill Spencer, the media mogul with a heart as vast as his empire, lounged in his leather armchair, sipping scotch and scrolling through business deals on his tablet. The door burst open, and in strode Liam Spencer, his face alight with a grin that could power the city. "Dad, I've got huge news," Liam exclaimed, barely containing his excitement. Bill looked up, eyebrow arched in that classic Spencer skepticism. "Spit it out, son. You win the lottery." "Finally take over Forrester," Liam laughed, pulling out a velvet box and flipping it open to reveal a stunning diamond ring. "Better. Hope and we're officially engaged." She said yes. The room exploded in paternal ecstasy. Bill leapt from his chair, enveloping Liam in a bear hug that shook the framed photos on the walls. "Attaboy. I knew Eddie knew this was meant to be." Cheers echoed as Bill popped a bottle of vintage champagne, the cork flying like a gunshot of happiness. Flashbacks flooded the screen. Bill's unwavering support for Liam and Hope's on-again, off-again romance. His secret meetings with Hope to nudge her away from the Forresters. His belief that a Logan Spencer union was destiny. Of course, Bill's joy wasn't selfless. As the bubbles flowed, he clapped Liam on the back, his voice dropping to a conspiratorial whisper. "This is perfect, son. You and Hope hate's poetic. But me, I still want my happy ending with Katie." His eyes misted over, revealing the vulnerability beneath the billionaire facade. Katie Logan, the love of his life, the mother of his son Wilth, one who had slipped through his fingers time and again due to his own missteps. "I've supported you two because I know what real love feels like. Now it's my turn. Katie and we're endgame." Liam nodded, toasting his father with genuine warmth. The scene delved deeper into their bond, exploring Bill's regrets, affairs, lies, the pursuit of power over family. Yet, in this moment of triumph, hope reigned supreme. Liam shared details of the proposal, a romantic sunset on the beach, hopes, tears of joy, promises of forever amid the crashing waves. Bill, beaming, envisioned double weddings, merged empires, a Spencer-Logan dynasty unbreakable. But even in joy, shadows lurked. Whispers of Luna's pregnancy tied back to Bill's unwitting role as the billionaire father-to-be. Would this engagement news reach Poppy or Lee, stirring the pot further? And with Sheila's pride in Luna echoing in the background, could Bill's happy ending with Katie survive the impending storm? As the episode wrapped, these threads wove a tapestry of drama that left us breathless. Lee and Sheila's bizarre non-hatred for Luna hinted at a villainous mentorship on the horizon. Hope and Deck's plea to Deacon teetered on the edge of breakthrough or heartbreak. And Liam's engagement to Hope, blessed by Bill's dreams of reuniting with Katie, offered a glimmer of romance in a sea of chaos. Fans, this was the bold and the beautiful, firing on all cylinders over 45 minutes of non-stop intensity. From pride in a prison mastermind's pregnancy to desperate divorces and diamond ring delights, October 28th redefined the stakes. What will Sheila say to Poppy? Will Deacon cave to his kids? And can Bill woo Katie back before Luna's baby bombshell detonates? For the full visual feast, every glare, every hug, every tear, watch our detailed summary video now. We hope you enjoyed it and look forward to sharing more with you in the future. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe my channel for more updates on the bold and the beautiful.